American Pickers show fakery and secrets revealed, including filming in closed store and Danielle Colby's role at Iowa shop. A source exclusively told the U.S. Sun when filming for the show takes place, the shop stores are actually closed. The insider said of the Nashville location, "They do film in there, but definitely more the Iowa store. Whenever they film, it's early in the morning, and it might be an hour or two before they open. Oftentimes they open late." On the show, Danielle is often seen in the Iowa store as she gives Mike and his co-stars their next picking location. The insider said she comes less frequently out of everyone, but she still makes her way up here. She's a full-time picker now, so she's always on the road. As for Mike, the source said he comes in the store the most frequently, at least 1 to 2 times a month. The U.S. Sun previously reported from a separate source, Danielle is only usually here for filming. She's a picker now, and she lives in Puerto Rico, so she comes back and forth just for that. Danielle currently lives in Puerto Rico and runs her burlesque business. The source claimed the logo for antique archaeology can't be on the show because of American Pickers. All of the merchandise goes off the floor. The staff has to pick it all up and put it back where it goes. The American Pickers crew filmed for new episodes in the spring, as they have been posting their travels on social media. Mike revealed on Instagram in June when a fan asked when the show is returning, October I think. The History Channel show is currently airing season 25 and filming for season 26. The U.S. Sun previously reported the stars have been signed on for another 3 years. They're filming for season 26, and they have signed on for 3 more years, the show insider claimed. When Mike isn't filming or picking, he's working on bringing new life to the small town of Columbia, Tennessee. He has bought several properties, including his 2 lanes vacation rental, bike shop Columbia Motor Alley, a new restaurant, and more to help bring business to the town, which is just 46 miles from Nashville. The U.S. Sun previously reported the American Pickers star's newest property is a $400,000 building he bought in December 2023. The property is 1,240 square feet and was built in 1920. The U.S. Sun previously reported Mike was seen checking out the commercial building back in November 2023 before making the purchase. The project is costing $93 million. The town is happy Mike is taking this on to help bring new life to Columbia, a source told the U.S. Sun. Mike revamping the town has also brought new business outside of his ventures. Restaurant and butcher shop Prime and Pint. Butchery and Public House opened on March 30, while Build a Donut Bakery opened on June 15. A source told the U.S. Sun of further construction. They are building a 6-story condo with a restaurant. Next to that is going to be a car place. The town is changing rapidly. It's a change that is welcomed by some citizens, but shunned by others in the community. It's kind of interesting because a lot of people don't want change, and some people do. So we're in that flux, a town source said. American Pickers has captivated millions with its unique blend of history, treasure hunting, and quirky characters as Mike Wolf and Frank Fritz crisscross the country in search of valuable antiques and hidden gems. For years, viewers have been led to believe that the show is a genuine documentary of 2 seasoned collectors on the hunt for rare finds. However, as the series progresses, some startling truths have emerged, revealing secrets about the show's production, including the use of closed stores for filming, a scripted approach to certain episodes, and Danielle Colby's pivotal, but sometimes misunderstood role. The closed store controversy. One of the more shocking revelations about American Pickers is that many of the locations featured in the show are not as authentic as they appear. While the premise revolves around picking treasures in hidden nooks and crannies of America's garages, barns, and estates, It has been reported that some of these finds are staged in advance. In fact, several episodes feature Mike and Frank walking into stores that were already closed or unavailable to the public at the time of filming. For instance, some of the shops presented as untouched treasure troves are actually closed to regular customers during filming. The production crew secures these locations beforehand, allowing Mike and Frank to engage in the picking process without worrying about pesky distractions like actual customers or business operations. This decision gives the show more control over the environment, ensuring the scenes can be filmed without interruptions while offering a controlled narrative for viewers. Furthermore, there have been whispers about the use of fake finds, where certain items are placed in plain sight specifically for the cameras. It's not uncommon for certain antiques to appear miraculously just as the crew arrives, as if they've been waiting all along for the show's hosts to discover them. While the show's producers are keen to protect the magic of the on-screen finds, the reality is that some of these finds may not have been as hidden as they were portrayed to be. The scripted approach to some episodes. Another layer of fakery that's been revealed in American Pickers relates to the way certain episodes are structured. It turns out that not everything on the show is entirely spontaneous or unscripted. Although the show's foundation is based on the premise of Mike and Frank discovering antiques, much of the dialogue and interactions are carefully planned out before the cameras start rolling. The conversations between the hosts and the people they encounter during their picks are often rehearsed to ensure that they hit all the necessary plot points. This gives the show a more polished, scripted feel, even though it's dressed up as real-life interactions. Viewers may be watching what seems like a natural exchange, but many of those wow moments have been set up by the producers, with certain storylines outlined in advance. For example, when Mike and Frank debate the value of an item, the producers often guide them toward particular discussions to make for better TV drama. This can lead to a sense of over-exaggeration, where the conflict seems more intense than it would be in an actual picking scenario. There's also the occasional find that seems too good to be true, like the discovery of an extraordinarily valuable piece in a seemingly random location. These moments can feel scripted, not only because of their timing, but because of the pristine condition of some of the items. Antiques are often presented as if they've been waiting to be uncovered, yet the entire situation has been staged to create the illusion of authenticity. Danielle Colby's role at the Yoa shop. Danielle Colby, the effervescent personality who often appears alongside Mike and Frank in the show, has long been an enigmatic figure for many fans of American Pickers. Known for her colorful tattoos, vintage fashion, and no-nonsense attitude, Danielle is often seen managing the antique store back at the show's base in La Claire, Iowa. However, her role at the shop and her involvement in the show has sparked numerous rumors and questions. While she is an essential part of the show, Danielle's role has often been downplayed. She is introduced as the shop manager, helping to handle the day-to-day operations and occasional customer interactions. However, the truth is that Danielle's role has expanded beyond that. For one, she is more involved in the production and planning stages than is apparent on screen. Danielle's job often includes scouting new locations for the team to visit and helping to cultivate storylines that will play well for the audience. Despite her essential role in American Pickers, Danielle's on-screen presence is often secondary to the adventures of Mike and Frank. She has been vocal about her desire for more screen time, revealing in interviews that she wishes her contributions were given more recognition. Danielle has also clarified that while she's often portrayed as the girl at the shop, in reality, she is deeply embedded in the operational side of the business and helps to strategize many of the show's episodes. Moreover, Danielle's popularity on the show has led to the perception that she is simply there for comic relief or to provide a bit of color and flair. While she certainly brings that to the show, Danielle's expertise in the world of antiques and vintage items is substantial. She has spent years immersing herself in the history and value of objects, which has helped her play an important behind-the-scenes role. However, viewers rarely get a glimpse of the research and groundwork that goes into making American Pickers appear as effortless as it does. Filming and production secrets. The production process behind American Pickers is far more complex than most viewers would ever guess. Aside from the previously mentioned closed stores and scripted interactions, there are other production tricks that help create the show's distinctive vibe. For example, many of the locations that appear in the show are specifically selected for their visual appeal, rather than their historical or antique value. The producers aim for aesthetically pleasing scenes with rich, textured backgrounds that evoke the vintage vibe the show is known for, even if those locations aren't necessarily the most valuable.